Dev Patel, a well-known and highly influential actor, wanted to make a splash with his directorial debut, Monkey Man, and a splash he made. The film is intensely political, with the oppressed minorities finally rising above their oppressors, the right-wing government, and a corrupted police force, supported by a religious leader wielding his influence for personal gain via capitalist means.
In this city, the rich don't see us as people.
And Patel's decision to leave the protagonist unnamed means he can represent us, the lower class, the everyday man, sacrificing our bodies as he does his by literally taking a beating just to survive in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a fight?
As he begins his quest for revenge of his mother's rapist and killer, a corrupt police chief that led a siege against his community to acquire their land.
Do you remember me? Do you even know my mother's name?
He suffers defeat, but is rescued by the Hijra community.
The
Hijra community has been a common, accepted, and revered aspect of Hinduism in India before colonialism. Often compared to, but not quite analogous to being non-binary, Hijra individuals were understood as holy, as souls that have become enlightened beyond gender.
The Hijras are considered to be an incarnation, another form of Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, and Lord Shakti.
Texts from the 7th century BCE tell the story of Arjuna, who became enlightened beyond gender, and Hijras follow in their footsteps. However, a direct result of European colonization has been the complete upheaval of Hijra's standing in Indian society. Once greatly respected as highly enlightened, Western transphobia has been forcibly spread and then subtly reinforced through modern media, resulting in intense disrespect, hatred, and honestly, often banishment from public squares.
Family, government, and society
For example, the Indian Penal Code Section 337, instituted as law when Britain colonized India, states that any unnatural offenses should be jailed for life. And obviously, the natural result of this is the life of a Hijra individual is a life of terrible discrimination.
The minute the family realizes that this person is not of a regular gender, they probably beg that human being, please leave.
Because it brings shame on the family.
Shame on the family. And when you don't have education, you can't work. That's the reason they're involved in heavy sex trade, heavy prostitution.
From banishment from families, to hate crimes from the public, to targeted harassment by police. And it is this targeted harassment that causes Dev Patel's unnamed protagonist to bond with the Hijra community in the film and be trained by them.
He must become more than a man. He must become...
As director, Patel's personal reverence for the Hijra community embeds itself into every creative decision on this film. As a specific example, the camera never tilts downwards to look at a Hijra individual. It always tilts upwards. This deliberate choice subtly fights against the infantilizing that the average moviegoer may have towards genderqueer individuals, and reinforces Hijras to be revered as they historically have been for centuries. This infantilization is also literally fought in the story, in which Hijra individuals become great warriors assisting Patel in his quest for revenge. Similar to how in the movie, Patel's protagonist gathers a community of the outcast, the lower class, and the oppressed to successfully rise against the corrupt police, political leaders, and religious hypocrites, we see this uprising, this push, happen in Indian politics and society today. The bigoted Colonial Section 337 has been ruled unconstitutional in September of 2018. And the Supreme Court has officially recognized Hijra's gender as a legal third option.
Hijra are now a politically recognized third gender, a category of people
whose identity is neither male nor female.
Documentaries such as The Hijra Community by Stonewall and Black Sheep by Rochelle Shaw aim to educate both Indian and Western audiences.
The third gender revolution is happening here in India.
This film, inherently culturally relevant as Patel's directorial debut, joins this movement to make a positive impact on Indian politics, society, and cultural appreciation for the Hijra community and the oppressed as a whole.